A shift occurring in the atmosphere right now, a subtle but undeniable change in the spiritual currents that surround your life. If you pause for a moment, if you silence the noise of the world and tune into the frequency of your own spirit, you might just feel it. It is not merely the festive anticipation of a holiday, nor is it simply the changing of the seasons. What you are sensing is a divine accumulation, a gathering of energies that have been traveling toward you for a very long time. The air around you is heavy with purpose. The magic of Christmas, which for so many is experienced only as a fleeting breeze of celebration or a moment of nostalgic joy, carries a different weight for you this year. It carries a pulse. It carries a vibration that your soul has already begun to recognize, even if your mind cannot yet articulate it. This coming December 25th is not just another square on the calendar. It is not merely a date to exchange gifts or observe traditions. It is a marked appointment, an intersection of time and destiny that was written in the stars long before you drew your first breath. We often move through our lives believing that time is linear, a simple progression of one day into the next. But there are moments when the timeline bends. There are moments when the invisible world presses so hard against the visible world that the barrier between them becomes thin, permeable, and ready to tear open. You are standing on the precipice of such a moment. This message has not found its way to you by accident. In the vast architecture of the universe, there are no coincidences, only convergences. If these words are resonating within you, it is because your name has been spoken in rooms you have not yet entered. It is because the heavens have marked you for a divine encounter. You are being called out of the ordinary and into a space of heightened awareness, because the atmosphere of your life is about to be restructured in ways that no human hand could orchestrate. You are standing at the edge of a holy surprise. If you are ready to walk this path of awakening and understand the deeper mysteries of your journey, I invite you to subscribe to the channel now and join us as we explore the wisdom that transforms lives. Consider for a moment the nature of a surprise. True surprises are rarely random. They are the result of secret preparations. Before a grand revelation takes place, there is always a season of hidden weaving, a time when the threads are being dyed and spun in the dark, away from the prying eyes of the world. This December 25th is not arriving empty-handed. It is arriving full, heavy with the fruit of a process that began long ago. You may have looked at your life in recent months, or perhaps even recent years, and wondered why certain doors remained stubbornly shut. You may have questioned why the silence seemed to stretch on far longer than your heart could bear. You may have whispered prayers into the night that seemed to dissolve into the void, unanswered and unacknowledged. But here is the truth that changes everything. What you perceived as silence was actually strategy. What felt like a delay was, in reality, a foundational construction. When a great architect prepares to build a skyscraper, they do not begin by building upward. They begin by digging down. They excavate deep into the earth, removing soil, breaking rock, creating a hollow space that looks, to the untrained eye, like a wound in the ground. For a long time, nothing seems to rise. A passerby might think that nothing is happening or that the project has been abandoned. But deep within that darkness, the foundation is being poured. The deeper the building is destined to rise, the deeper the foundation must be sunk. This is exactly what has been happening in your spirit. The waiting, the stillness, the times where you felt buried. These were not moments of abandonment. They were moments of anchoring. The heavens were preparing a stage capable of holding the weight of the glory that is about to be revealed. Every unanswered prayer was not a rejection. It was a seed being stored in a divine vault, accumulating interest, waiting for the precise climatic conditions to burst forth. There are people and opportunities currently being positioned in your orbit without your knowledge. There is a conversation that you have not yet had, but which is already scripted in the divine narrative. There is an opportunity for which you never applied, yet it already bears your name. There is a door you thought was permanently sealed, rusted shut by the years and the disappointments, which is currently being oiled by invisible hands, ready to swing wide open at the exact second the clock strikes the appointed hour. This is the preparation that makes this coming Christmas unlike any other you have experienced. It is not random, it is rehearsed. And because it is rehearsed by the divine, it possesses a precision that human logic cannot comprehend. The mystery, however, lies in the concealment. You were not meant to see the blueprints of this moment too early. If you had seen the magnitude of what is coming, you might have tried to force it into existence before its time. You might have tried to help God, to manipulate the variables, to rush the harvest, to protect the sanctity of this surprise. The heavens kept it veiled. You were placed in a cocoon of unknowing, where your faith could be stretched and your patience tested. This was not punishment, it was training. You were being conditioned to hold the blessing without crushing it. You were being taught to stand firm in the void so that you can stand humble in the abundance. Now, you are closer than you have ever been. The mechanisms of December 25th have been set in motion, and there is no force in the universe that can reverse what has been decreed. Think back to the times you almost gave up. Recall the moments when the weight of the journey seemed too great, when the fog was too thick and you were ready to lay down your sword and surrender to the mediocrity of a life without expectation. Yet, in those moments, something small and quiet within you nudged you forward. A whisper that said, "Just one more day, keep walking." That was not your imagination. That was the tether of destiny, ensuring that you remained aligned with the timeline of this coming revelation. You are here now, listening to this, because you survived the preparation, and because you survived the night, you are qualified for the dawn. As we move deeper into this understanding, I invite you to click the like button if you can feel the truth of this preparation resonating in your bones, signaling to the universe that you are awake and listening. The urgency of this message lies in the realization that the delay itself was the proof of the gift's value. Cheap things are made quickly. Masterpieces take time. If this breakthrough had arrived years ago, you might not have had the character to sustain it. If it had come according to your schedule, it might have been incomplete. But because it arrives on God's time, it comes finished, polished, and robust. When it manifests, you will look back at the tapestry of your life and see that every loose thread, every knotted confusion, was actually part of a larger design that is only now becoming visible. You will understand that the silence was not empty. It was pregnant with possibility. The stage is set. The lights of the heavens are about to be turned on. In a moment, the confusion of the past will be swallowed by the clarity of the present. The silence is about to be broken, and when it shatters, it will not be with a whimper, but with a sound that resonates through every chamber of your life. You will realize that you were never waiting for the day. The day was waiting for you. There are days that slip by like water, unremarkable and unremembered, blending into the gray stream of routine. And then there are days that strike like lightning, days that cleave history into before and after. The December 25th is charged with the potential to be such a day. It will not sneak into your life. It will arrive as a turning point, shifting the axis of your reality. You may wake up that morning expecting the ordinary rituals of breakfast and wrapping paper, but before the sun sets, the atmosphere of your existence will have been irreversibly altered. This kind of change is powerful precisely because it is beyond your control. Divine interruptions do not ask for permission. They do not consult your calendar or your comfort zone. They break through the strata of your daily life with the force of a geyser. You might be doing something mundane, checking a message, walking down a street, laughing at a joke, when suddenly the encounter happens. A message arrives, a realization strikes, a meeting occurs, and in that fraction of a second, you know that this is not chance. You know that the weaver has pulled the final thread tight. Imagine a door you have been pushing against for years, straining your muscles, sweating with effort, only to have it suddenly give way, not because you pushed harder, but because the lock was turned from the other side. That is the sensation of the coming shift. The doors you could not open will open themselves. The connections you could not force will magnetize to you. You will know without a shadow of a doubt that this is not the result of your striving, but the fruit of divine orchestration. Yet, we must be discerning. Sudden changes often wear disguises. They do not always arrive with fanfare or fireworks. Sometimes the most profound shifts begin with a whisper, a yes from a stranger, a quiet invitation, a piece of information that seems trivial at 9 a.m. but changes your trajectory by midnight. The holy surprise of this Christmas will likely carry this signature, subtle in its arrival, but tsunami-like in its impact. Do not underestimate the disruptive nature of divine timing. When the rhythm of your life changes, it can feel unsettling. The ego loves predictability. The spirit loves expansion. You may feel a wave of uncertainty as the familiar ground beneath you begins to move. This is natural. It is the sensation of being pulled into a larger room. The disruption is simply the sound of your old limitations breaking apart to make space for your new reality. This is why you cannot approach this coming date with a passive heart. You must be spiritually alert, like a watchman on the wall waiting for the first rays of the sun. If you are asleep at the wheel, you might miss the exit ramp to your destiny. Think of this moment as a train that stops at the station for only a minute. You must be standing on the platform, bags packed, ready to board. The opportunity, the conversation, the sudden opening, it requires your participation. It requires you to say yes when the moment presents itself. It is your moment, specifically curated for you, but it demands your engagement. If you are feeling the stirrings of this alertness, take a moment to share your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know how you are preparing your heart for this season. This shift is not merely about receiving a gift or an opportunity, it is about alignment. When the rhythm of your life changes, the direction of your future changes with it. A single divine interruption can redirect years of wandering. It can collapse timelines, accelerating you past obstacles that would have taken decades to navigate on your own. This is the phenomenon of acceleration. What once seemed distant suddenly becomes immediate. What felt locked away in a hypothetical future is suddenly standing in your living room. December 25th carries the potential for this kind of acceleration, compressing time and showing you what happens when the heavens incline their ear to your path. As the date approaches, you may feel the tension rising. This is the friction of transition. You might feel the ground shifting, doors unlocking without your touch, and the undeniable pull of a new territory. When this happens, realize that you are living through a marked day. The experience will not leave you as it found you. It is meant to disrupt, to awaken, to propel. Once you grasp the weight of this, you will sense that this is only the beginning. The surprise is the key that opens the gate. What lies beyond is the garden you have been longing for. Every movement of the divine carries intention, but not every movement is designed for the masses. This specific energetic shift is not a blanket blessing cast randomly over the earth. It is a direct correspondence, a letter sealed with wax and stamped with your name. It carries details that no one else could possibly understand. It is a signature moment, crafted with such precision that it will fit into the jagged edges of your life like a missing puzzle piece. Consider the personal nature of the divine. In the ancient stories, guidance was never generic. A star did not just shine, it led specific men to a specific location. The sea did not just part, it parted for a specific people at a specific moment of crisis. Healing was not a broadcast signal, it was a touch, a look, a calling of a name. In the same way, what is coming for you carries a fingerprint. It is bespoke. It has been tailored to fit your specific sorrows, your specific hopes, and your specific needs. When it arrives, you will not be able to explain it away as luck. The statistical probability of such a precise alignment will be too low. Your spirit will recognize the author instantly. For one person, this surprise may manifest as a reconciliation, a healing of a relationship that seemed dead. For another, it may be a financial breakthrough that arrives at the 11th hour. For you, it will be exactly what you need, not what you think you want, but what your soul actually requires to move to the next level. Where you have been lacking, provision will appear. Where you have been confused, clarity will descend like a spotlight. Where you have battled with anxiety, a peace that surpasses understanding will settle over you like a warm blanket. You will recognize it because no human being could know the depths of your need well enough to meet it so perfectly. It is possible that those around you will remain oblivious. To them, the 25th of December may pass as just another holiday, a blur of food and noise. This is the beauty of hidden manna. When the divine sends a message to you, it does not need to be broadcast on the evening news. It only needs to be received by your heart. Your friends may not understand why your eyes are shining with a new light. Your family may not perceive the shift in your energy. They may see the external circumstances, but they will not see the internal resurrection. But you will know. The evidence will be in the quiet confidence that anchors you, the alignment that straightens your spine, and the exactness that defies logic. Therefore, do not look to the left or to the right. Do not compare your harvest to your neighbor's field. Your surprise has been custom-made for your journey, your struggles, and your prayers. What another receives does not diminish what is being delivered to you. If anything, the blessings of others are proof that the delivery system is working. Your package is on the truck. Your blessing bears your address. This personalization reveals a profound truth. You have been seen. Your tears were counted. Your sleepless nights were recorded. Your silent sacrifices, the ones you made when no one was watching, were never ignored. The details of this coming blessing will correspond to the details of your pain. Where you were broken, it will bring wholeness. Where you were invisible, it will bring recognition. Where you were emptied out, it will bring overflow. In this revelation, you will feel the deepest love imaginable, the knowledge that you were never forgotten. This is the ultimate mark of the divine. Not just to give good things, but to give them in a way that heals the memory of the lack. Others may call it coincidence. They may try to rationalize it with cold logic. But deep in your knowing, you will see the handwriting of God. And once you see that, you can never go back to believing you are alone. If you are ready to receive this personalized blessing, ensure your notifications are turned on so you do not miss the guidance that accompanies it. Now, we must address the atmosphere of the days leading up to this event. Do not be surprised if the air feels heavier before it feels lighter. The pressure always intensifies before a launch. The closer you get to a divine appointment, the more the atmosphere trembles. This is the physics of the spirit. Resistance is not a sign that you are on the wrong path. It is often the confirmation that you are approaching the treasure. The enemy, or the force of entropy, does not waste energy guarding empty vaults. It guards the gold. The fact that you may be feeling resistance, distraction, or a sudden onset of weariness is a strong indicator that something valuable is within reach. You may have noticed an unusual restlessness, strange distractions, or sudden doubts clouding your mind. Conflicts may have arisen from nowhere. Machinery might break. Schedules might fall apart. These are not random accidents. They are smoke screens. They are strategic attempts to pull your gaze away from the horizon. The opposing forces cannot stop what has been decreed, but they can try to distract you enough that you miss the moment of arrival. They want you to be looking down at the broken glass when you should be looking up at the opening sky. In these days before Christmas, if you feel the heat rising, do not panic. Do not interpret the turbulence as a sign of impending doom. Interpret it as the shaking that precedes the breakthrough. The intensity of the battle is a direct measurement of the magnitude of the victory. If the struggle is fierce, the prize is enormous. A thief does not break into an empty house. The very fact that your peace is being attacked is proof that your peace is about to be multiplied. Instead of seeing the struggle as a defeat, see it as a validation. You are a high-value target because you are carrying a high-value destiny. Sometimes, this battle is internal. The old voices of fear and inadequacy may shout louder than they have in years. They will try to convince you that you are not ready, that you are an imposter, that good things happen to other people, but not to you. These voices always scream loudest right before they are silenced forever. They are the dying gasps of an old identity that knows its time is up. You do not need to fight these voices with logic. You simply need to recognize them as the noise of the past, trying to drown out the music of the future. Stand firm. This is not the time to make impulsive decisions based on temporary emotions. This is not the time to engage in petty conflicts that drain your energy. Conserve your strength. Anchor yourself in the promise. Raise your eyes higher. The storm that is trying to sink you is actually the displacement of water caused by the ship of your blessing coming into the harbor. The urgency is real. Every distraction is a thief. But if you hold your ground, if you refuse to be moved, you will see the very things that were meant to trip you up become stepping stones. Gold is tested in fire. You are in the heat because you are gold. When the pressure mounts, smile. It means the delivery is imminent. As we approach the final stretch of this message, consider inviting a friend or loved one to listen to this truth. Sometimes the journey is easier when we do not walk it alone. The suspense is the prelude to the satisfaction. The trembling of the ground is the sound of chains breaking. When the weight feels unbearable, know that the point of breaking is actually the point of breakthrough. December 25th is not a spark that fades, it is a doorway. The difference between a simple event and a true transformation is that an event passes, but a transformation remains. What begins on that day will not end at sunset. It will establish a new rhythm, a new current that will flow through your destiny for years to come. Do not view this merely as a holiday, view it as an ignition. The burdens you have carried, the invisible knapsacks of worry and regret, will begin to lift. Not necessarily because the world has changed, but because you have been empowered to walk through it differently. Where you once struggled, you will glide. Where there was friction, there will be flow. It will be as if the room has suddenly filled with oxygen after a long suffocation. You will breathe again. The prayers you thought were lost were simply planted. They are about to break the surface. You will see alignment so perfect that you will whisper, "This was written." Every rejection will be revealed as protection. Every delay will be revealed as preparation. But the greatest shift will be in you. You will not walk away from this Christmas as the same person who entered it. Your voice will carry new authority. Your presence will shift atmospheres. You will no longer shuffle in uncertainty. You will stride in purpose. This transformation is contagious. It will not stop with you. It will ripple out to touch your family, your community, your world. Your testimony will become the fuel for someone else's faith. Your victory will be the evidence that keeps another person from giving up. What is starting in you is a seed for the collective. And remember, transformation is often quiet. It comes as a gentle wind. Do not look only for the earthquake. Look for the still, small voice, a softened heart, a new idea, a subtle shift in perspective. These are the seeds of the miraculous. Do not despise the day of small beginnings, for the mighty oak sleeps within the acorn. The danger after a victory is to treat it as common. When this surprise arrives, honor it, steward it, walk in it. The surprise opens the door, but your new identity must live in the house. God's chosen one, the time is near. December 25th was carved into the eternal script of your life before the foundations of the world were laid. This is not a drill. This is a divine summons. Do not sleepwalk into this day. Enter it with your lamps trimmed and burning. Enter it with the wild expectation of a child and the seasoned wisdom of a sage. This is your sign. You were never forgotten. The silence was not absence. It was the holding of breath before the song. The key is turning. The trumpet is sounding. The signature is being etched. When it arrives, you will know it by the peace, by the timing, by the fire. But the heavens require an earthbound agreement. A gift must be received. A door must be walked through. So I call upon you now to ratify this word. Do not just listen. Participate. Make a covenant with this moment. If you are ready to claim this surprise, if you are ready to align with this new season, type, "I receive my divine surprise" in the comments below. Let your written word be a physical act of faith. Let it be the seal on the decree. Prepare your heart. Expect the unexpected. The change is not in a distant future. It is at the threshold. It is yours. It begins this December 25th. The alarm has rung. The heavens have moved. Now let the earth respond. Walk into it with courage. The countdown is over. The curtain is rising. The new chapter begins. And when the sun rises on that holy morning, let these words echo in the cathedral of your soul. It is here. It is now. It is mine. Characters with spaces. 4192, the divine surprise of December 25th. Script. But possession requires preparation. To say it is mine is not merely a claim of ownership. It is an acceptance of responsibility. The universe does not pour its most precious wine into a vessel that is cracked or filled with the stale water of the past. This declaration you have just made is the first step, but the days leading up to the 25th are the crucible in which your capacity to receive is tested and expanded. You must understand that a blessing of this magnitude often brings with it a sudden, inexplicable pressure. This is not a sign that things are going wrong. It is the surest sign that things are going right. Consider the arrow. Before it can soar with unstoppable momentum, it must be pulled back. It must endure the tension of the bowstring. It must sit in the discomfort of potential energy. You are in that moment of tension right now. The pullback is not a retreat. It is the gathering of power. Many will mistake this pressure for anxiety or fear. They will feel the intensity of the approaching date and retreat into old habits or distractions, thinking they are not ready. Do not make this mistake. This friction you feel is the stripping away of the unnecessary. It is the shedding of the skin that is too small for the person you are becoming. If you feel this tension, if you feel the air getting thin around you as you climb higher, take a moment to like this video. Let that small action be a signal that you are not turning back, that you are embracing the climb and the view that comes with it. We must also speak of the silence that often precedes the symphony. In these final days, you may find that the usual noise of the world feels jarring, or that your old conversations no longer satisfy you. You may feel a sudden need for solitude. Honor this. The divine surprise coming your way is not just an external event, it is an internal recalibration. Your soul is quieting the room so it can hear the knock at the door. Do not rush to fill the silence with noise. Do not scroll mindlessly to escape the feeling of waiting. In the ancient texts, the most profound encounters happened in the wilderness, in the pause, in the stillness between breaths. You are being called into the inner chamber. This is where the real work begins. The path of awakening is not just about seeing the light. It is about becoming the eyes that can handle the glare. You must clear the debris from your doorway. Are there resentments you are still nursing? Are there disappointments from last December or the December before that you are using as a shield to protect yourself from hope? Hope is a vulnerable thing. It requires courage. Cynicism is easy. It is a fortress of safety that keeps out pain, but it also keeps out the miracle. You must dismantle the fortress. You must choose to be vulnerable enough to believe again. And as you do this work, remember that you are part of a vast, invisible network of souls who are also awakening at this precise moment. You are not a solitary candle flickering in the void. You are part of a rising sun. This channel is a gathering place for such souls. If you have not yet joined our community, I invite you to subscribe and turn on notifications now. By doing so, you align yourself with a collective frequency of growth and expectation, and you ensure that you do not walk this path in isolation. Let us look deeper into the nature of this surprise. It often comes disguised. It may not arrive with fanfare or fireworks. It may arrive as a quiet idea that refuses to leave you alone. It may arrive as a chance meeting with a stranger who holds a key to your future. It may arrive as a sudden, overwhelming sense of peace in the middle of a storm. The cause of our blindness is often our specific expectation of what a miracle should look like. We expect the burning bush, and we miss the gentle breeze. We expect the lottery win, and we miss the opportunity that builds generational wealth. Expand your definition of the miraculous. Be open to the package, regardless of the wrapping paper. There is a scientific